When I started on YouTube, I used to waste 20 minutes or more uploading each video, SEO, tags, file names, and second guessing every setting. None of it made a difference. My views stayed flat, no matter how many I upload like a pro tutorials I watched. 3 years later, and we help business grow on YouTube. Spoiler alert, without SEO, tags, or any of that. I'll show you how you can actually upload videos with full confidence, no hacks, no fluff, and at the end, I'll even show you how I automate the whole thing. And this was the comment of one of our clients. Let me kill the biggest myth first, and it's always about SEO. Why is it still a thing? Well, probably because you and me are still getting every week an email by some random SEO specialist saying, hey, I help you with your videos, your SEO score isn't that great. Well, spoiler alert, since 2019, SEO isn't really a huge thing anymore. And I scanned several videos of YouTube themselves. I watched them all, how the algorithm works and what they actually say. And guess what? They never mention SEO. Never. And since 2019, they're not really focused on it. The reason why is because YouTube already scans the whole video for you. So all these tags and SEO tricks, yeah, they might make a 1% difference when it comes to not misunderstanding your video. And to preview the whole thing, so for example, for our channel, we had Greg Wasserman on our show, and in the title, we never mentioned his name. But what it did, YouTube itself, actually, if you put his name, you're gonna find our video there because YouTube scans the script and you can see exactly what I said in the video. Today, we have Greg Wasserman on the show, we're talking about this. And yeah, this is just proof that YouTube is scanning your whole video. It's reading your video like an open book. And this is going to help you then YouTube to see who is actually resonating with the audience and who is not. Another thing, if you're talking about SEO, it's like search engine optimized. People say YouTube is the second biggest search engine after Google. Yes, I agree. But the thing here is that the main traffic from YouTube is 70% is coming actually through the recommendation feed, meaning the home feed and the suggested feed here on the side. And the rest, like the 30% is search, external, shorts feed, you name it. So would you focus like all your time on the 30% that don't make really a difference and it's like split into like 10 different categories, or would you focus actually on the 70% that brings you more forward, which is actually your content? Focus on your content first, and especially focus on first the idea, then comes title and thumbnail, and then comes the intro. And this is gonna then show YouTube, okay, did people like the video? Are they binge watching your stuff? Is the satisfaction high? And this is actually how you're getting shown by the people, not by some random settings or anything. And as I promised you, I will show you how I actually automate the whole thing. It only takes me 1 minute, maybe a couple of seconds today longer because I need to explain to you what is actually going on. And we helped our client actually to save 40 minutes per upload. They upload 2 videos per week. So now you can multiply this now by week, how much time and money I saved actually his organization. Let me quickly run this automation and then I explain to you step by step what I actually did or why this matters to me, so you understand the whole flow of me. And while I'm talking, it's already working. It just created newsletter for me, 3 newsletter articles, and we're done. So let's see what happened. As you can see, everything here is naked. So as soon I'm gonna click here, reload. Let's see what's gonna happen. Here we go. So it already created me first. What is very important to me is a CTA, which is always different from each video, which is resonating now with our audience. The only thing I'm going to edit is, the M dashes. People shouldn't see that I'm using AI, otherwise they're going to burn me on a cross. And yeah, then it's creating for me automatically already. Very, very important for me and for my clients is each individual video is getting his own trackable link, because now I can see what is actually bringing in views and what is bringing actually clicks for my website traffic, what is resonating with my business persona and what is resonating maybe just like maybe with the wrong people. I don't know. So this is very important for me. And then I'm going to write 2 sentences, just kind of summarizing what the video is about, so people know like for who this video is, because sometimes people watch the intro, the first seconds. Okay, should I stay? Let me see what the description says. I say, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stay. It's quite interesting for me. And yeah, I make this in a very simple language so that people understand, like, yeah, it's easy for them to understand and they don't need to calculate anything, because we want always be very like a spoken language so it's resonating with people. And then all I do, what actually took me most of my time, is always doing the chapters. Yes, we can use here SEO. That would be the only part actually I would use SEO language, because sometimes these chapters can be found on videos as well, and in the search on YouTube itself. So that's quite interesting. But as I said, this was usually the time, like, I would have to watch now the whole video to find out the perfect chapters, timestamps, and doing this now is super easy for me. So one thing I want to mention about the chapters, some people say, don't do this because people gonna skip your content. Yeah, I see this. Especially as a smaller channel, I can always see the people in the graph. That is like, there's always the peak where my chapters are starting, because people are skipping. They just jump into the next chapter. Now, what is better? People just jump in, but at least watching part of it, or people just like, now, you know what? I don't want to waste my time. I'm gone. So I'm still having the chance that people are getting rehooked basically with my video. They're not just going through quickly, and I keep them in the door. And that's why I would always go for the chapters and not listen to some hack for, I don't know, what's not going to bring people out of your channel instead of keeping them in. I know I've seen descriptions with like 50,000 links, and it's like, then it's the problem is that's why we're only having one link, because the clearer it is, the easier you're going to make it for your audience. If you're having 50 links there, first of all, it looks like a huge carnival and people don't know where to click. What do you think is easier, finding one link in one or finding one link in 50 links? So keep it very, very simple. The next thing I'm going to do, obviously we're going to upload the thumbnail. We're always going to use the test and compare feature. Maybe by the time of this upload, YouTube is going to have also the title compare feature. So now you can create a pairing of title and thumbnail, which right now is just for what is like thumbnail, but then you always had like 3 different thumbnails and they all kind of need to match one title. It was a little bit different. So now you can go even deeper, like you can even find more better working packaging. As I said, this is one of the most important things besides, plus the content. You can also select a playlist if you want to make it easier. To be honest, I'm not really focusing on playlist unless I'm trying to have like a series, then it would make sense. For example, I'm trying to have a product and I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to create now a course just for this. So I can create like 5 different mini videos, all resonating to this, and I put them all in a playlist. That's what I would do instead. Paid promotion, obviously, if you have a promotion, just click this. Altered content, easy. Are you using AI or not? Apparently to YouTube, it's not penalizing it. If you do, like, unless it's original content. That's what the recent update said. So if everything is like just remix stuff stolen from other people, there is no human touch really behind it anymore, then you might get penalized by it, by apparently just by monetization, but who knows? I always ask automatic places and automatic concepts. My place, I mean, I'm just sitting here in my studio. People don't need to know where I'm exactly sitting. And then I'll allow automatic concepts, and chapters, especially here it says experiment. I wouldn't advise you. And then we have the tags. So as I said, my automation did this all by itself as well. So I don't need to worry about it. And to be honest, I don't even read anymore if this is good or not. I just leave it. So I don't need to waste my time about it. If it's giving me like 1% of more viewers, hooray. But at the end of the day, I focus on what really matters, the video itself, the idea, title, thumbnail. And yeah, it's just English. And then I have standard YouTube license, allow embedding. So if I would like to share this on the website, and if someone else wants to do this, cool, yeah. Use my face, promote your stuff, send people back to me, super cool, I don't care. And publish to subscription feed and notify subscribers. Some gurus say, it's gonna create something in your feed and it's boosting if you don't do it. It's like, okay, I understand if you would do something which is not really resonating with your loyal base who always binge watch your stuff. Yeah, try that, because like they might not like it. So the first people are gonna see this like, that really doesn't resonate with me. Like, what is this? That's not what I subscribed for. Okay, otherwise, don't care about it. And then, as I said, allow video and audio remixing. So if someone wants to promote my video on YouTube, yeah, cool, I'm down for this. And then I'll just put category. I don't even think YouTube really cares about that. And that's it. Now, the only thing is like, then you have, you can add an ad screen. So I would advise you to do this, to as I said, try to keep the people in the door, try to work on your watch time. The longer people stay, the more trust they build, and trust is everything in business. And YouTube likes to see the satisfaction. They're trying to determine, obviously they have a million patterns, but watch time and binge watching is one of the biggest KPIs I would say on YouTube. So do this, checks everything is done, and then just post everything if done. And yeah, that's it. You don't need to worry about anything. And if you're even saying, hey, you know what? I want everything pre-written because I always write the same stuff. You can also do this as well in your pre-settings. I quickly show you. You have here the settings where you don't need to do things. It's just called upload for defaults. Title, I wouldn't advise you to do this. I would always focus on a new one. Go in the description if you want to have always the same link. Do this. I wouldn't advise you to always use the same link, as I said, because some videos are good for views and some videos are not. And I always want to see what is the difference if it's not resonating. At the end of the day, I always want most people on my website. If it's getting more views, cool. If I'm getting more clicks, that's also cool. And then I always keep it visibility unlisted, because in case I screw up something, like I'm safe to go. So I don't need to worry. Also now I'm using this automation. I don't need to worry about that it's writing some stupid stuff, and I can quickly read over it and check, okay, that's cool, delete the M dash, and I'm done with it. And then if you always use a text, like for example, you have a channel tag, like for us, we could use always David Luana. I could put it there, but as I said, I just leave it to the automation. I don't care about tags too much. And if you want to go the advanced settings as well, you can always put it here as well. You can always say the language, and if you want the comments, and done with it. Do not try to focus on this, focus on what really matters. And I hope now that you and your team are very confident in uploading and knowing, hey, keep it simple, do not focus on SEO, and always focus on the viewer. And that's it. And something else, which was always my biggest time eater when it came to content, was scripting. I don't want you to waste any time on scripting. So watch the next video. It's the fastest way to plan videos without scripting. I show you how I use AI plus my own voice to script videos in 10 minutes flat.